Hi guys! Today I want to talk about the Venus XL Part 2 palette by Limecrime. If you look at the tops, comparing this one from the other one, the old one, the new one has green hair and the old one has red-like hair. I'm going to pop this open, and right off the bat we see these muted green, pinky colors. They're kind of saturated, well, not saturated, unsaturated compared to the first one. If we compare these two together, we'll see that this new Limecrime Part 2 palette, it's got a few more greens. Well, that one had no greens. It's like someone desaturated these colors and now they're all kind of muted. So I'm going to do a quick swatch for you guys, and then I'll compare the two looks. So this is my favorite color in Bloom. As you can see, it's really nice and peachy. This crown color is like a nice shimmery color. Then we have Sage. It's hardly showing up at all on my skin, and if someone asked me, what is this, a green? I would be like, okay, it looks like green, gray, a little bit of green, but not a lot of green. Then we have Thorn. That's the duochrome, that color that's been popping up everywhere last year. Then we have Ripe, which is that's kind of like an ugly brown color. Then the next color is Forbidden, which is a beautiful golden color. Then we have Stella, which is a nice creamy color. Then we have Myth, beautiful. Eve, another glittery color. They're like glittery shimmery. I wouldn't really say they're one or the other. Then Laurel. Then we have Radiant. Well, these colors are not super pigmented, you guys, that you have to go in with a few more swipes to get a look. Ivy is a nice green shade color. West I'm not going to get into because it's a brown. I'm just looking at the greens right now, and then you have Obscure, which is a light green. I guess you really have to build this up if you wanted to get a nice look out of it. Then Mystic, then Phoenix, and Classical are dark colors. So I'm going to go in with Locust, and that's like another one of this duochrome. It's almost like similar to this duochrome that I swatched earlier. It's just a little bit darker. Do you guys see? They are on the same palette and they look very similar. Now, I was going to compare these looks together from both palettes. The easier way for me to do it is I drew this funny little eye shape on my arm, and I wanted to compare to see what kind of look you could probably do, like a pink shade for the eye, on the top of your eyebrow bone here with this palette. Then you could probably use Obscure to build up the inner corner. I'm just doing a rough kind of look here. Then Ivy, not really showing up. Sage. Yeah, again, these colors are hard. You know, you see how this is a little hard to see on my skin, but I'm trying here, so yeah. And then I could probably see how it looks like with a brush. I'd probably grab this color that I didn't swatch and see if I could get like an under eye look. Yeah, you could probably create a look for work, or I guess as much as, I don't know how restricted you might be at work with the makeup, but I think that you could probably get a decent look out of this. Let's try the other palette real quick. So I already created one look on this eye, and I want to create a look with the older palette, the regular Venus XL. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and go for a similar peachy color, if there is any. Let's do scallop. Okay, you see how the new palette, the colors are more neon-like. The old palette was more neon-like compared to the new one. Even if I try and find a regular peach color, it's hard to really not be neon or too poppy. There's no green alternative that I can use in the old one, so I'll probably go for like this other brown shade, and that's kind of messy, but yeah. And then if I wanted to do like a brown under eye look, the browns would be the same, but you can see with the old palette, the colors were more intense, and they definitely show a lot more intensively compared to the new palette, which I think is more work friendly and you can get so much use out of. But as far as the greens, if greens are something that are drawing you to this palette, I would not recommend it. I would say if you want a true, like a green color, go for the old Juvia's palettes or the new Tribe, which she released in December. So there you go. That's my review, and don't forget to like and subscribe.